What's up, my beautiful people? It's your boy, Mr. Get It Done. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about all things credit and real estate, and we talk about building wealth so that we can elevate for us and our families, man. So, my beautiful people, today's video is a question that came in by Ken, LAHNE2. Ken, LAHNE2. So, my guy says, I had good credit, ruined it on a business, on a bad business decisions. I have good credit again. I'm a little gun shy about pulling the trigger on another business opportunity using my good credit. I need solid, tried and true businesses. I find myself questioning my ability to evaluate good opportunities. How did you go about choosing your businesses you're currently involved in, right? So that's a great question, man. So, one thing that you said there, what I'm saying, that was very important, is the fact that you made a bad decision, right? And now you've recouped from that, and now you got good credit again, right? Because some of us, first of all, nothing is guaranteed, especially when you become an entrepreneur, and especially when you go into business, right? You're risking it all. You're risking your personal credit. You're risking, maybe you took out a home equity loan on your property to get the capital to invest in your business and your dream, etc. So we're taking risk all the time, okay? And one thing that successful people have in common is that they fail more often than they succeed, right? So because you failed early on due to a bad business decision, I understand that it's going to make you hesitant to continue to do that in the future because of your past failure. But you got to understand that that's part of the process, man. That's part of the grind. That's part of the learning process. From that experience, you extract lessons, and now you know what not to do going into the future. So you take those lessons, right? We don't take losses, we don't take L's, we take lessons. So we take that lesson from that experience, and then we apply it moving forward in the future. So for me, I took a lot of hits early, man. Especially when I got into real estate. Like, I would say that the hits that I took were, for some people, it would have probably broke them down. It would have probably discouraged them. It would have probably, took them out of that space, and then they probably would have went into something else. But I'm persistent. I'm consistent. I love learning. I love, educating myself. So along the way, all those failures, yeah, it sucked, yeah, it hurt, yeah, it was painful, but I was learning. And once I learned and I applied it to my next deal, to my next venture, to my next project, those things started to come together. I wasn't making those mistakes anymore, and then boom, I started firing on all cylinders. I gathered momentum, and the more that I learned, the more that I applied that knowledge, the more successful I started becoming, man. So, I'm involved in a couple of things, right? So I got, real estate going on. So I got my real estate company where we buy and sell real estate, where we flip real estate, and then we buy and hold, right? And I also manage my own properties. So we got our own, property management company. I do not outsource that, and I don't have anything against people that do outsource, any property management to other companies. I just choose to keep that in-house, right? I'm in trucking, so we do auto hauling, right? So I got 3 auto hauling trucks, 9 car haulers, that are running a triangle offense, where I have those trucks running and generating cash flow that I go ahead and take and reinvest back into real estate to buy more properties and grow my portfolio, right? So I'm in real estate, I'm in trucking, and in trucking, I tell you, in trucking, I took a beating, right? Because I knew zero about trucking. I knew that it was lucrative. I knew it was a multi-billion-dollar industry. I knew I could make a lot of money, but when I got in there, I knew zero. And I made all of those mistakes, man. When it comes to your DOT, your MC, getting your authority, getting the insurance, I took a lot of lessons away. I got beat down. The trucking industry is not easy. You're definitely gonna need rough skin, and you're definitely gonna you're gonna need to get back up when you get knocked down. And you know, one of those things is, in similar to real estate, is a mistake in trucking can cost you thousands. If your truck has an issue, if it goes down, if it breaks down, depending on where it breaks down, it can cost you thousands to fix, right? So you got to have that money in an account ready to go, just like in real estate. So if you do a flip in real estate, you want to have money, even though you have like a rehab budget, you want to have what's called like money, where in case anything goes wrong that you didn't expect, right? And that's usually 10, 15, 20% of your overall budget that you just have aside in case something happens. It's the same thing in trucking. You need to have that budget set aside, right, in case something happens to your tractor, to your trailer, or whatever the case may be, right? So you know, again, you know, once I weathered the storm, I started seeing profits. Once I learned the game, I knew what not to do. I knew what to do. I knew how to, you know, navigate. And now I'm making money, right? So I'm in real estate. I'm in trucking. You know, I got my own rental car company, where, you know, we got a fleet of vehicles that we rent out. You know, I started on Turo, but now I'm growing my platform off of Turo, right? So I'm a credit coach, right? So I got my own mentorship program, right? And I do consultation calls. You know, I talk to people about credit, business credit. Also, you know, you can couple that with being a speaker, right? So I do speaking engagements at local high schools and universities, right? So, you know, and I travel to speak, right? I do events, I do speaking engagements, right? So there's a couple of things that I have my hands on, you know, and then I just started this YouTube channel where I'm sharing my information with people so that I can help them level up. Because every time I give a speech, every time I go and do a seminar, like, a lot of people come up to me afterwards and we're talking about credit, personal credit. I've never heard of business credit. What do you mean by that? You can get 50, 100,000. Like, that's crazy. Like, can I learn more? So, you know, going to all these events and getting all these people to ask me all these questions, and you'd be surprised at how many people do not know this stuff exists. And once you shed some light on it, it piques interest, and now you got a whole bunch of people that want this information. So because that kept happening time and time again, I'm like, yo, you know what? Let me get on YouTube. Let me make a couple of videos. Let me, you know, motivate and inspire people. Let me share this information for those of us that are actually going to take it and then execute on the information. Right? Because I'm sure you've heard the phrase, knowledge is power. And when I hear that, I instantly interject and I say that's incorrect, because knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. If you know the information and you don't apply it, it's dead. The information is only powerful and it works when you apply it to get a result. Right? So applied knowledge is power. So, you know, and so now we're going down, you know, the YouTube route, and, you know, eventually I'll monetize my account, and, you know what I'm saying, and that'll be another stream of income. But everything that I've done, everything that I'm involved in, all of the businesses that I'm running right now, you know, I've been doing it for a long time. It hasn't been easy. You know, a lot of it was discouraging. You know, I almost went broke, you know, a lot of times because of all the investments and the lack of knowledge. And what I can tell you is this, right? After spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on mistakes and learning the process, is I could have saved, you know, 80% of that money if I would just got a mentor, man. You know what I'm saying? And mentors are the shortcuts from A to B. Mentors are the GPS, right? When you want to go from A to B the fastest way, you pull out your GPS, you plug in the address. That's what a mentor does. It gets you from A to B the fastest way. And they're going to save you thousands of dollars in between, because all of the mistakes that they made, those are the same mistakes you're going to make. And they're going to help you circumvent those mistakes, right? And that's why you're in the mentorship. Right? They're giving you the shortcut. They're giving you the blueprint. They're giving you everything minus all the mistakes that's going to save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Right? So I would have definitely invested in a mentor a lot earlier. I didn't have a mentor growing up. I didn't believe in mentorship. I didn't think anybody can help me. I thought it was like people just taking my money and doing whatever. Like, I was just ignorant. I was naive to a lot of things. But as I started making these mistakes and getting in different rooms and getting in different circles, you know, I started realizing, like, damn, this isn't what I was, you know, what I initially thought or I initially perceived. Because, you know what I'm saying, I was taught credit wasn't the wave. I thought, you know, I was taught credit was like a trap. Like, you know, all this stuff growing up in a minority household, I had a, you know, as I was growing up, I had to, like, you know, understand that these things were just all false. Like, I needed credit to get a car, I needed credit to get a house, I needed credit to scale my business, I needed credit to do things that you know, a lot faster than what I would normally do it if I was just saving up my paycheck to paycheck every week or 2 weeks, right? So all of these ideologies that I was taught growing up, man, I had to, like, you know, unlearn and then relearn some new stuff that would serve me, right? So Ken, man, I know that you're hurting, bro, but do not be afraid to get back out there, man. Good credit is meant to be leveraged to get yourself in a position to create wealth for you and your family. You cannot be afraid to leverage your credit, man. Even if you messed it up before, credit can always be restored. That's a fact. It can always be restored, and you can leverage it again and again and again, right? And as long as you keep learning from those experiences, it's only going to get better, baby. And, you know, I'm telling you, from over $2 million in lines of credit and credit cards, man, like, that is powerful to have at my discretion. That is powerful to have in my arsenal in case I wanted to, you know, leverage it to take advantage of an opportunity. Like, you know, building credit is absolutely imperative, my man. And leveraging it to get ahead is the wave, man. So, you know, I hope that shed some light, man. I hope that gave you some context, you know, in terms of, like, what I do and kind of, like, my journey and some of the things that I had to overcome to get to where I'm at today. But what I can tell you is, man, do not be afraid to leverage your credit to take advantage of an opportunity. I would say whatever it is that you're trying to invest in, just make sure that you're passionate about it. Because I was passionate about real estate, I was passionate about trucking, I was passionate about credit. And when I was taking those hits, those blows, those, you know, those haymakers, I was getting right back up because I was passionate. My passion was driving me. If you're not passionate about something and something whacks you down, you're going to give up. So I would say that make sure that you're passionate about whatever it is that you're trying to do, man. So that way, when you take that beating, you can continue to get up, man. And once you keep trucking forward, you know what I'm saying, the money's going to be a byproduct of your passion and your effort, man. That's a fact, bro. All right. So I hope that helps, man. I hope that was informational. I hope that was impactful, man. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's healthy. Hope everyone's beautiful. Hope everyone's smashing their goals, man. If you have any questions, please comment in the comment section below. I'll make a video addressing it. And until the next time, my beautiful people, peace.